Hey everyone, we're going to be conducting a flight with the iFly Boeing 737 MAX today from here in Charlotte, and my final destination is going to be Fort Myers. I want to check out the new airport by Vertical Sim over in Fort Myers. Now, depending on system stability and my schedule, I might try to merge the departure from Charlotte and the arrival in Fort Myers into one video. If not, I'll separate them because just being a simmer with family, dogs, and everything, sometimes it can be distracting, so I might have to just put it on pause and then just do a separate video for the arrival. But the key thing I want to do today, if you saw the traffic injection outside, this is the traffic injection that SayIntentionsAI is currently providing as experimental. And I went on the Discord channel this morning. I'm a premium member and I'm also a partner member. I bought both. And they said we are no longer under any embargo to share videos of their injection. So today is my first flight without relying on Beyond etc or any other programs to inject my traffic. I'm solely relying on SayIntentionsAI. So we're gonna just go through the whole flow here. I've also integrated SayIntentionsAI with FS2Crew, so my first officer will be Stephanie. So we'll get started here. I must have made some mistakes. I've only had SayIntentionsAI for about 13 days, and I initially had the Entourage. A few days later I bought the Premium, and only a couple of days ago I bought the Partner. So there must still be some things that I'll miss here and there. I'm also swapping between the 777 from PMDG and the 737 here by iFly, so bear with me if I make a few mistakes. Just gotta remember what plane I'm flying. I'm also gonna tweak my controller real quick, just to get all my assure my buttons are working, because sometimes they I've been having a little bit of an issue with FS2 IPC where it's forgetting my toga assignment, so I've been finding myself having to reassign it every time I start the flight. So I'm going to just make sure my toga is working and we'll get going. But besides everything else, okay, now it's working. Everything else, my starter switches are fine. I was able to map them to the Throttletech 737 quadrant, which is also, it's essentially a Boeing twin jet quadrant. It's going to also work, it works very well in the 777. And if we ever get a real 787, it's going to work there very well as well. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to get started, and I'm going to try to simulate as much as possible to give you an appreciation of SayIntentionsAI, especially if you've never used it. If you've used it, I welcome any inputs on things you know about the program that I might be missing, just for me to make my experience even better. Hi Taylor, we are clear to start boarding.
Okay, Captain. I will start the boarding announcement now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard American Airlines Flight 2018, departing from Charlotte to Southwest Florida. We are now beginning the boarding process. Please have your boarding passes ready and proceed to the gate. Thank you for choosing American Airlines. Thank you, Captain. I will ensure the crew is prepared for the next steps.
Stephanie, I'm going to request clearance, and you'll be handling most of the comms as the pilot not flying. Thanks as always.
6 center, 36 left. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo. Charlotte Douglas International Airport, information Kilo. 1752 Zulu. Wind 09 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, scattered at 5,000 feet. Scattered at 10,000 feet. Broken at 25,000 feet. Temperature 32. Dew point 18. Arriving runway 36 right. Departing runways 36 center, 36 left. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway. Conditions, scattered at 5,000 feet. Scattered at 10,000 feet. Broken at 25,000 feet. Temperature 32. Dew point 18. Altimeter 3018. Density altitude 2700 feet. Arriving runway 36 right. Departing runways 36 center, 36 left. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo.
Good afternoon, Charlotte. American 2018 has information Kilo on board, requesting IFR clearance to Southwest Florida Airport.
I am working on that clearance. Stand by. American 2018 cleared to Southwest Florida Airport via the Icon 5 departure then as filed. Climb and maintain 8,000. Expect flight level 360 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.35 squawk 6253. Expect runway 36 center.
Charlotte clearance. American 2018 cleared to Southwest Florida via Icons 5 then as filed. Climb to and maintain 8,000. Expect flight level 360 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 125.35. Squawk 6253. Anticipate runway 36 center.
American 2018, read back correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard American Airlines, Flight 20018, departing from Charlotte to Southwest Florida. We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes, and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please feel free to reach out to any of our crew members, including myself, Taylor, along with my fantastic colleagues Emily, James, and Sarah. Also, I'd like to mention that on June 28th and 29th, members of the SayIntentionsAI cabin crew will be participating at the Flight Sim Expo in Providence, and we invite you to come and chat with us. Thank you for choosing American Airlines, and we hope you have a pleasant flight.
Pre-flight checklist.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal auto. Windows heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Set and checked.
Heading 099. Altimeter 3020.
Set and checked.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Thank you. Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Go ahead.
Okay, we have runway 36 center, as indicated by clearance. And we're going to be using the icons departure. We are currently overweight as usual. These domestic flights are full, so should we have any emergency, we will determine if it's safe or not to land, or if it's better to circle and burn some fuel. There are no threats in the immediate area right now. We already computed our rated takeoff today. It's very hot outside. Right now it's 32 degrees Celsius, so it'll be a longer takeoff run on flaps 5. And we already, during the pre-flight, determined we're going to be rotating at 145 knots. So always, just have a safe flight, and see if we're missing anything else. I think we're all good to go. Any questions?
No questions.
Before start procedure.
Stand by. We got a door light here.
Roger. Okay, Taylor, we're gonna be pushing back in about a minute. Just make sure everybody's buckled up. Have a great flight.
Okay, Captain. I will ensure the passengers are buckled up and ready for pushback. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Charlotte ground. American 2018. Requesting push and start. Gate Bravo 11.
American 2018, push and start approved, tail east.
Tail east, American 2018. Cockpit to ground, we have been cleared for push and start, tail east. Cockpit to ground, we have been cleared for push and start, tail east.
Ground to flight deck, tug standing by. Release parking brake for pushback, tail east.
Roger that, brake released.
Flight has been inserted. Just let me know when you're ready to start the pushback.
We are ready to start the pushback, thank you. Before start checklist.
Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP.
Ground to flight deck, release parking brake for pushback, tail east.
Brake released. You can start pushback. Set and checked.
Takeoff speeds.
Set and checked.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Pushback already underway. You can request a board if needed. Ground to flight deck, cleared for engine start and sequence.
Roger, clear to engine start. Ground, thank you. Set and check. Restart checklist.
Cabin is ready for departure, Luis.
Set and checked.
Anti-collision light on before start checklist completed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard American Airlines, Flight 20018, departing from Charlotte to Southwest Florida. We are delighted to have you with us today. Our captain, Luis, and our first officer, Stephanie, are at the controls, ensuring a safe and pleasant journey. Joining me in the cabin are my wonderful colleagues, Emily, James, Sarah, and Mike. As we prepare for departure, please ensure that your seatbelts are securely fastened. To fasten your seatbelt, insert
Start
the little
engine
tip
2.
into the buckle until you hear a click. To release, lift the buckle. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop
Start
down
engine
from
2.
the panel above you.
Starting
Pull the
engine
mask
2.
towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to secure your own mask before assisting others.
Oil pressure.
For those of you seated in the exit rows, please take a moment to review the safety information card in the seat pocket in front of you. In the unlikely event of an evacuation, please leave your luggage behind and proceed to the nearest exit. This aircraft has exits located at the front, over the wings, and at the rear. Please familiarize yourself with the nearest exit, which may be behind you. We will be cruising at an altitude of 36,000 feet, and the estimated flight time is 1 hour and 34 minutes. As a reminder, our main cabin offers complimentary Biscoff cookies or pretzels along with soft drinks, coffee, and tea. Alcoholic beverages are available for purchase at $9 to $10, and snack boxes are available for $8.99. Please note that our buy on board service is cashless. You can pay with a credit or debit card, or a card pre-saved in the American Airlines app. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
One thing, SayIntentionsAI will probably update. I'm sure they got lots of feedback. Sometimes the
Starter cutout.
tug turn can be very abrupt, so it feels like you're whipping to
Number
one
2
side or the
stable.
other when you're pushing back, like the airplane did now. It actually was a lot worse a couple of days ago, so I think they're tweaking it just to make it more realistic, a more gradual ground yaw, if you will.
Ground to flight deck, pushback complete. Please ensure parking brakes are set. Standing by for confirmation of good engine start and report when ready for disconnect.
Okay, brake set, you may disconnect. Start engine 1.
Start engine
All right,
1.
we're disconnecting now. Stand by.
Oil pressure.
Ground to flight deck, bypass pin removed. We've disconnected and crew is clear. You're good to go. Safe flight. See you next time.
Thanks as always, guys. See you next time.
You're welcome. Safe flight. See you next time.
This interaction with ground crew, it's a nice addition. It's something that was definitely missing. I know you can somewhat do it with GSX, but I'm starting to think some of these capabilities might actually make GSX obsolete. GSX, I've used them since inception, but lately, especially on the PMDG side, it's been a big headache. It's really poor door management, a lot of inconsistency, and it just when you're trying to fly the PMDG 777, it can be a bit of a headache. But I hope they fix it too. Again, those of you who have seen my previous videos, I'm an early supporter of Beyond ATC, and
Starter
so
cutout.
I was not very interested in SayIntentions. My attitude was,
Number
well,
one, stable.
I already have a ATC program. But then I saw some very reputable people online talking about SayIntentions, so I said, okay, let's give it a try, because I do believe in very strong competition. And being able to integrate these communications so well, including the ground crew, the cabin crew now. If you're flying a freighter, for example, and you don't have a cabin crew, you can add a mentor to give you tidbits about the airplane, about how the airplane works. There's a lot of flexibility, and also flexibility when it comes to requesting runway changes, arrival changes, departure changes. Beyond ATC is a lot less flexible there. So, I mean, it's really up to you what program you like better, but I get more flexibility and realism right now in SayIntentions. And hey, hopefully Beyond ATC steps up their game to provide some very good competition here. So I'm all about that. And if some of you were monitoring the humor/drama about the PMDG Max, Robert mentioned it's not quite ready. So this iFly Max is going to be my placeholder. I really like the Max despite its problematic history. I like the displays. I love the 737. I'm a big Boeing fan. And if you're noticing some of the iFly features here, the gear indicator was blurry a few seconds ago. That's just something they're waiting for Service Update 3 to fix, so that won't take too long. Okay, so I'm going to continue with the prep here for taxi. So we'll do our flight controls check and set our flaps. Flaps 5. Flight controls check complete. Before taxi checklist.
Generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice off, isolation valve, auto, engine start switches, continuous, recall.
Checked.
Checked, auto brake, RTO, engine start levers,
Idle detent. Set and checked.
flight controls,
Checked.
ground equipment,
Clear.
clear before taxi checklist completed.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Ground American 2018 requests taxi to the active.
American 2018, taxi to runway 36 center via Foxtrot Mike Echo Echo 1.
Runway 36 center, Foxtrot Mike Echo Echo 1, American 2018.
Another thing I like about this MAX model, as well as the recent PMDG 777 family updates, we are now taxiing on idle thrust. And that was a realism component that was sorely missing. So slowly but surely, we're gonna get to better and better features on these aircraft. One thing iFly could do is to just use the Asobo weather data so we can get some colors on the radar, especially as we are entering summer here in the US. Today's the first day of summer. We're going to get a lot of afternoon storms. So Indy builds with the A350, PMDG with the 737, 777, they finally gave in and they said, okay, Asobo's weather data is not perfect, but at least it will give you some radar returns. Rather than this blank screen you'll see throughout the entire flight. I will still simulate turning the weather radar on and whatnot, but you won't see any return. So hopefully, iFly is currently in the experimental FS24 version. Once they do an update, hopefully they include some colors on the weather radar. Just
American 1216 ready to taxi.
And you can see the SayIntentionsAI traffic injection talking to the controllers as well.
American
So this will only get
taxi to
better
runway 36
and
center
better.
via Mike Echo.
Those of you who are familiar with
36 center via Mike Echo, American
SayIntentionsAI,
1216.
they give you traffic settings from 0 to
American
11.
1589 request
I
pushback.
currently have it set to 6, and it seems like a realistic amount of traffic.
Pushback approved. American 1589.
Another thing I hope iFly does for their Macs is just to do a full SimBrief integration, such as weights and everything. Right now I can just download my flight plan, but integrating all the data would be a nice touch. It will save some time. iFly uses the traditional Boeing EFB that debuted with the 777-300ER back in 2004, 2003 when the plane was being tested. So updating the tablets, airlines use a wide variety of tablets depending on their needs and their budget. So tablets are a lot more fancy these days, and they're portable as opposed to embedded like they were in the second generation 777s, the LR and the 300ER. Before takeoff checklist.
Flaps.
5 green light. Set and checked.
Stabilizer trim.
Set and checked.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Thank you.
American 1589 are ready to taxi.
American 1589er taxi to runway 36 left via Charlie 12, Charlie Mike Sierra, cross runway 36 center, then whiskey.
Approaching.
36 left
0,
via Charlie 12, Charlie Mike Sierra, cross runway 36 center, then whiskey American 1589er.
Southwest 2049 ready for pushback.
Southwest 2049 cleared for push and start.
Pushback approved. Southwest 2049.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff.
Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
If you're wondering what models my SayIntentionsAI injection is using, I downloaded the FSLTL models as well as the FS traffic models. So it's using a mix of both, and that's the same thing I was doing with Beyond ATC. I know I have the option to download all the AIG models, but I don't think they're necessary unless somebody can convince me that they are, but I think this is enough for now. One advantage the FS traffic models had over the FSLTL models was having the 737 MAX models. So airlines like American, United, Alaska, Southwest that are intaking MAXes pretty much every month, it's going to look more realistic as far as variety between 737 NGs and 737 MAX. And it looks like SayIntentionsAI could increase the speed of the taxi in traffic. This Embraer is going very, very slow.
Southwest 2049er, taxi to runway 36 left via Foxtrot, Mike Sierra, cross runway 36 center, then whiskey.
36 left via Foxtrot, Mike Sierra, cross runway 36 center, then whiskey Southwest 2049er.
American 986 request pushback.
American 986 cleared for push and start.
Pushback approved. American 986.
I haven't noticed ground asking me to tune tower as I get closer to the runway, so I've been doing it on my own, but if anybody knows how to get ground to automatically tell me to tune into the tower, let me know. I don't mind doing it manually, and I can also have Stephanie do it. Okay, we have plenty of runway, so I'm gonna turn here instead of the last point at the threshold. See, there's a little bit of a traffic jam there. So yeah, they need some tweaking to get this injection to work a little better, but okay, fair enough. It's an early stage. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there was an embargo on sharing videos of the experimental injection. So I'm sure they'll tweak those. Charlotte Tower, American 2018, ready to go, runway 36 center.
American 2018, Charlotte Tower, runway 36C, hold short, you're number 2 behind the Embraer 145.
Hold short, American 2018. Before takeoff procedure.
Okay. Clear on the approach.
Check.
Piedmont 5879, contact departure.
Switching to departure, Piedmont 5879.
If for some reason this American Silverbird does not move and is impeding me from getting a takeoff clearance, I'm just going to go ahead and reset the traffic. I'm gonna just give it a few more seconds. And since an Embraer just took off, I don't have to worry about wake turbulence. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and reset the traffic. So just stand by real quick.
American 2018, runway 36C, wind 090 at 4. RNAV Gilfin, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 36 Charlie, RNAV Gilfin, cleared for takeoff, American 2018.
Okay, never mind. So I don't have to worry about that, about having to reset the traffic. We are gonna go through the Silverbird, so excuse the lack of realism. And let me see if Stephanie is automatically continuing the takeoff procedure here. Takeoff? Okay, yeah.
Approaching. 36 center.
Okay, so let's just pretend this Silverbird is not here and we'll get going. Oh, I gotta remember to turn my auto throttle on. I've been flying the 777 so much that I forget to turn my auto throttle on the 737.
Center.
Okay. Stable engines. Take a thrust set.
Thrust set.
Check.
$80 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up. Gear up.
Gear up.
200. 300.
400 feet.
400. 500.
Flaps up.
American 2018, contact departure on 125.35.
Switching to departure on 125.35. American 2018.
After takeoff checklist.
After
Charlotte
takeoff
departure,
checklist.
American
Engine bleeds
2018,
on.
afternoon,
Packs,
we are climbing
auto,
past 2,000
landing gear
off.
up and off. Flaps up.
American
No lights.
2018,
After
Charlotte
takeoff
departure,
checklist
radar
complete.
contact. Climb and maintain flight level 210, direct gill fin.
Climb and maintain flight level 210, direct gill fin. American 2018.
Okay, we're clear to gill fin, so we're gonna go ahead and put it on the computer here.
American 2018, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220. American 2018.
Autopilot on.
Brickyard 3487, contact Atlanta Center on 124.425.
Over to Atlanta Center on 124.425, gate Brickyard 3487.
Moxie 139, contact Atlanta Center on 125.025.
Switching to Atlanta Center on 125.025, Moxie 139.
$10,000.
American 2018, climb and maintain flight level 280. Piedmont 5879, contact Atlanta Center on 132.625.
Climb and maintain flight level 280. American 2018.
And you may use your electronic devices. Please ensure that they are in airplane mode. We appreciate your cooperation. Enjoy the flight.
Another thing this flight's going to offer me is the chance to check out the brand new Fort Myers, Southwest Florida airport designed by Vertical Sim. So I haven't seen it yet, but I did buy it and download it. So that's where I plan to land today. And like I said, whether or not it will be on this video just depends on my schedule. But either way, I'll either have this as its own departure video and then do an arrival video for Fort Myers, or I'll just merge them into takeoff and arrival video for Charlotte and Fort Myers. So however it goes, I'm looking forward to seeing how the airport
Spirit Wings
looks.
1451, contact
Vertical Sim's a
Jacksonville
very
Center
reputable
on
developer, and they've
133.4.
covered a lot of southeastern US
Over to
airports.
Jacksonville Center on 133.4, Spirit Wings 1451.
Okay, the last thing I need to do with Stephanie is transition
Southwest 4051, contact Atlanta Center on 125.625.
Over to Atlanta Center on
or transition
125.625
barometer,
May Southwest
and
4051.
at 18,000 feet, and then we're going to continue onto our cruise. We're expecting flight level 360, and I'm going to just
American
confirm.
2018, climb and maintain flight level 330.
Climb and maintain flight level 330. American 2018.
So right now our optimal's going to be 366. So yeah, our final is going to be 360. I don't even see an option for a step climb right now, so we'll leave it like this.
American 2018, contact Atlanta Center on 133.15.
Contacting Atlanta Center on 133.15. American 2018. Atlanta Center, American 2018, afternoon, climbing past 17,000 for flight level 330.
American 2018, Atlanta Center, good afternoon, altimeter 30.18.
Transition set standard.
Standard set. Passing flight level 187. Now.
American 2018, request flight level 360.
American 2018, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 360. American 2018.
I made the request because they assigned us 330, but 330 would be in a southeast direction, and we're going to be heading in a southwest direction. So again, some minor tweaks that they're probably going to require us to continue to improve the program. No complaints. I really like it, like I said, so far. And again, I find the voice interaction with these AI models to be very, very natural. I can even try requesting some meal service or drink service for us in the flight deck. Can give you an example here. Hey Taylor, when you get a chance, can we get some soft drinks and snacks here in the flight deck? Thanks.
Okay, Captain. I'll have some soft drinks and snacks sent up to the flight deck shortly.
You're awesome, thanks.
Thank you, Captain. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so again, very, very natural. And I know it's only going to get better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause here. So again, this will either be a single departure video or I'll combine it with the arrival video, just depending on my schedule. We have, so just under 500 nautical miles to go, which would have us an hour of flight time. So yeah, I'll see if I can continue this flight or just have to pause it and do some regular family things. Either way, we'll see you again. But yeah, this is a pretty nice addition to flights and this whole Say Intentions program. I definitely recommend it. So okay, we'll talk soon.
Tampa approach, American 2018, afternoon, descending through 14000.
American 2018, Tampa approach, good afternoon, Fort Myers, altimeter 30.09er.
Ladies and
Expect the
gentlemen, this is
ILS,
your
runway
flight
6 approach
attendant
into Fort Myers.
We have now left our cruising altitude
Expecting the
and have
ILS
started
runway
our
6
to
approach into
Southwest
Fort Myers,
Florida.
American
At this
2018.
time, we kindly ask everyone to return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. Please note that the use of the lavatories is no longer permitted. We appreciate your cooperation as we prepare for landing. Thank you.
Order 534, contact Jacksonville Center on 135.75. Over to Jacksonville Center on 135.75, base order 534.
$10,000.
Captain, cabin is ready. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
we are now beginning our final approach into Southwest Florida. At this time, we kindly ask that you turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Please ensure that your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position, and your seat belts are securely fastened. Once we land, our American Airlines staff will provide you with information regarding your connecting flights. Thank you for your cooperation.
1,000 to level.
Thank you, Captain. Thank you.
Envoy 3684, contact Jacksonville Center on 135.75.
Enjoy the rest of your flight.
Over to Jacksonville Center on 135.75, our Envoy 3684.
Southwest 1155, contact Miami Center on 128.225.
Switching to Miami Center on 128.225, East Southwest 1155.
Southwest 3963, contact Jacksonville Center on 135.75.
Switching to Jacksonville Center on 135.75D, Southwest 3963.
Envoy 3444, contact Jacksonville Center on 135.75.
Over to Jacksonville Center on 135.75, each Envoy 3444.
The American 2018, descend and maintain 3400, turn right heading 225 vectors for the ILS runway 6 approach.
Descend and maintain 3,400.
Checked.
Right heading 225 for vectors to the ILS runway 6 approach. American 2018.
American 2018, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3,000. American 2018.
Taylor, go ahead and buckle the entire cabin crew in. Might be a little bumpy here on final approach. Thanks.
Okay, Captain. I will ensure that the entire
United
cabin crew
1458,
is buckled
contact
in for
Jacksonville
the
Center on
final approach.
135.75.
Switching to Jacksonville Center on 135.75, United 1458.
So during the course of the flight, I've been seeing some very good realistic communications between the controllers and the traffic injected by SayIntentionsAI. So like I mentioned during departure from Charlotte, SayIntentions lifted the ban on sharing their AI injection. I think only yesterday, because I was on the server this morning on the Discord server, and they mentioned there is no longer a restriction on sharing these videos. And so far, it looks really good. It needs a few tweaks, but I'm really happy with what I have. I mentioned your density can be up to the number 11. I have it at 6 right now because the airports definitely felt very crowded otherwise, and it would probably be difficult to find a place to park when you land. But I'll keep
American 2018, contact Fort Myers approach on 127.05.
Switching to Fort Myers approach on 127.05. American 2018. Fort Myers approach, American 2018, afternoon. We're descending through 6,000 feet for 3,000.
American 2018, Fort Myers approach, good afternoon, Fort Myers altimeter 30.09er.
Approach checklist.
Altimeters.
3009 set.
3009 set. Approach checklist completed. Checked.
Thank you.
1000 to level.
Set heading 060.
060. Set. Checked.
And here's where I was saying we could really use some returns on the weather radar. As other developers are just accepting what Asobo has to offer for weather radar returns, even if they're basic or just not fully realistic, I think it's just much better than having nothing. I've used weather returns on the PNDG series and the Inibuilds A350. Again, it's not perfect, but it's okay.
turning left heading 190, American 2018.
American 2018, Fort Myers Tower, roger, continue approach. American 2018, Fort Myers Tower, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 3 miles, same altitude 737.
American 2018, how's the traffic?
Traffic.
Flaps 1.
United 618, wind 075 at 12, runway 06, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 06, United 618.
Flaps 5.
American 2018, winds 105 at 9er, runway 6, clear to land.
Checked. Runway 06, clear to land. American 2018.
Checked.
Flaps 10.
$2,500.
Radio altimeter alive. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Manual flight.
Autopilot off. Checked. Checked. Final approach fix. Height checked. Missed approach. Altitude is set. Checked. Runway.
Check. Gear down.
Gear down.
Flaps 15. Auto throttle off.
Checked.
Starship Alpha Zulu, winds 105
Checked.
at 9er, runway 6, cleared to land.
Checked.
1,000.
1,000 feet. Not stable. Checked. Checked.
Special Diner Alpha Zeta.
Continue. Flaps 30.
4287, holding short, runway 6, ready for departure.
Southwest 4287, wind 075 at 12, runway 6, cleared for takeoff.
6, cleared for takeoff. Southwest 4287.
Landing checklist.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Armed. Set and checked.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
30, green light.
Landing checklist completed.
500.
500 feet. Checked.
400. 300.
Approaching minimums. Checked.
Landing.
Checked.
200.
Minimums. Checked. Checked.
100.
Checked.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up. Checked. Reversers normal.
Manual braking.
Auto brake disarmed. Checked. Checked. 60 knots.
Check. Okay to clean up.
Roger.
American 2018, welcome to Fort Myers, contact ground on 121.9.
Checked.
Switching to ground on 121.9er. American 2018.
Checked.
Fort Myers ground, American 2018, afternoon. We're clear of runway 6 and ready to taxi to the gate.
American 2018, Fort Myers ground, taxi to A22 via Foxtrot, Foxtrot 7, cross runway
Ladies and
24, then
gentlemen,
Alpha 7.
welcome to
Have a
Southwest
good
Florida.
day.
We have just landed safely.
A22 via Foxtrot, Foxtrot 7, cross runway 24, then Alpha 7, American 2018.
The local time here is 4:10 p.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until we reach our final parking position. Did you know that Southwest Florida is known for its beautiful beaches and vibrant wildlife? We hope you enjoy your time here. Thank you for choosing American Airlines.
Start the APU.
Starting the APU.
Thank you.
3 minutes.
Today, Southwest Florida ground. Starship November 239 Alpha Zulu requesting taxi to the gate from Alpha 6.
Starship Alpha Zulu, taxi to A10 via Alpha 6, Alpha 7. Good day.
APU on the buses.
Check.
Ground, can you activate the taxi path with the Aorus, please? Starship 9 Alpha Zulu.
Lights and doors.
Delta 1196, ready for push and start.
APU on the bus.
Push and start approved. Delta 1196.
Engine 2 shut down. Cabin crew prepare for gate arrival, disarm slides.
Okay, Captain. Preparing for gate arrival and disarming slides. Cabin crew, prepare for gate arrival and disarm slides.
Delta 11906, ready to taxi.
Delta 11906, taxi to runway 6 via Golf 2 Foxtrot.
6 via Golf 2 Foxtrot, Delta 11906.
Great job back there, everybody. We have a 40-minute turnaround before going back to Charlotte. Thanks.
Thank you, Captain. I will ensure the crew is ready for the turnaround.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed at Southwest Florida International Airport. On behalf of Captain Luis, First Officer Stephanie, and the entire crew, we would like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your cooperation and hope you enjoy your time here.
Shutdown checklist.
Fuel pumps off, probe heat off, hydraulic panel set, flaps.
Up.
Parking brake
set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar
Off.
off. Shutdown checklist completed.
Okay, so that was a full flight, taking advantage of pretty much every capability from SayIntentions in its current development state. I'm really happy. I can't continue to stress how good it is.
Starship Alpha Zulu, engine stop approved. Contact ramp on 119.909 for any further
it's
assistance.
making a huge difference in terms of realism and very seamless integration with my FS2Crew co-pilot Stephanie. You can hear her on comms and you can hear her running the checklist with me. So yeah, really not too many bad things to say. They're going to need to work a little bit on sequencing as far as the traffic, but like I mentioned already, this injection is brand new and it had been embargoed as far as being able to share videos or anything else about it. So here's my first video with the injection, and again, I like the way it is right now. It's only going to get better. I'm pretty sure about that. So I'm going to continue to play with SayIntentions. My next flight might be on the PMG 777 to continue to explore, especially on the CPLDC side there. And thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Happy flights.